Bust these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short, but I can't complain. Doing backflips on a candy cane. Ride my scooter with a cape at night, and I'ma high-five me a traffic light. I blink twice, then I teleport. Got kicked out of the Trump resort. Bought this cloud on a payment plan, then I ghosted out in a minivan. Mic in my hand like a waffle cone. Spitting out syrup in the twilight zone. Got no job, but I'm on the clock, and you can't stop me, cause don't stop. Hey ladies, oh, when you're hot, yeah. When you're not, nope. Hey fella.
Well, from a city that normally gets only about 20 inches of snow a year, they're getting a pretty good wallop right now as we're at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
180. Go ahead. 13. Hey, middle. Sit up.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson now. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
180. 180. 180.
Play action. It's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
180. Cut.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
180.
Now it's Jackson. Shoves him aside. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Middle, middle. Touch.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals take over first and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Here we go. Can. Stop.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Second and 9.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hudson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker.
It's 4th down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Gun. Stop. 11. Stop. Right 80.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete. Result of the play is a turnover on
Flowers going to go in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
It's a loss of a yard.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Isaiah Likely from 21 yards away. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Hey, can.
Now it's Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Trenton Simpson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 MT. At 80, 11 Thomas.
They'll drop the throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And this defense rallies and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24.
It's 4th down.
11 mighty. 11. 12.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. In motion, the tight end. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. And give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it. This time doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They can really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go. Wide 80.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase,
59 yards. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with great starting field, here's a diving catch right side. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Burrow will throw. They will find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
11
Bengals first down.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go.
They go play action with Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Again, it's Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
Here we go, here we go.
A gain of 15.
180.
First down, Cincinnati.
Back to throw again. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Side. 180. Nice hot.
Now Burrow. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown.
Noah Fant, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
180. No, we changed it.
To throw is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Baltimore, first down.
Hey, hey.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Inside handoff, Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Henry out of the pistol. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10.
12. Here we go, here we go. 180. Wait, hot. Hot.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
12. Hey, can.
Burrow looking to pass. And his throw here is incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. To throw, Burrow. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go.
Big 13, 12.
Throwing, Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Get hot! 180! 180! Nice shot! Get hot!
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now a 3rd and 6.
180!
Here's Jackson. That is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 15. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 11. 12.
Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Burrow. going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here.
Big 13. Big 13.
Burrow. That's complete to Chase. And he will manage to get out of bounds here with the first down as they stop it with 27 seconds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. First and 10.
Stop. Right, 80. Stop.
Now Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here we go. Right, 80. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's first and 10.
12. Gun. Stop. 11 top. They kick. 11 MT take. 11 MT take. 11.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Right, 80. What is that? Stop.
Here we go with Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
Here now, second and goal.
Here we go. Can. Stop.
A final shot now for Burrow. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A gain of 13 yards.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. This is Fant on the short completion. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Big 13. Big 13. Stop.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Now it's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Burrow. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
11,
11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it, all right? I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
Burrow will throw. Open man is Yoshivas.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing it into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
An inside give, Brown. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
11, 11.
And Burrow going to keep it himself. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a first down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead he said, forget it. Let's just get a first down. Let's go to a new set.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Right 80. Right shot.
Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80. Right shot.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Ravens 17. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty and this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive.
Gang, you got bailed out, and you know it.
How many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go.
You know you got bailed out.
And it worked really well for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie us at 24.
Tyler Luke to kick off.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another first and 10.
11 Thomas. 11, 11.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a second and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Gets this to Fant. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This is Fant on the short completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
180. 180.
To throw, Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
11-90. 11-90. Here we go. Stop.
Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
11-90.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Here we go. 12. 11, 11, 11.
Throwing, Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.